Hey guys, welcome to Talkin Tech, the little bit of a show where I go over the tech and gaming industry news that made any bit of a difference to me this week. We're going to go ahead and fire right up with a little bit of announcement out of the Blizzard camp that Jay Wilson, the Diablo 3 director, is leaving Diablo 3 in favor of some other Blizzard projects. He has not yet named a successor, nor has Blizzard come out and named a successor for his role as the Diablo 3 director. He did state that the patch 1.0.7, named the PvP dueling patch, will be coming out uninterrupted, and that there will still be game updates and everything of the like for Diablo 3 as one would expect. The only hope that I have in this current situation is that he just doesn't screw up any more of my favorite game franchises. Valve is releasing some interesting stuff on their Steam site. It's been up for a couple of days now, but really just kind of grabbing a foothold at this point. On Steam, they are releasing the Steam Guides section. It's all player-based walkthroughs, player-submitted, I should say, walkthroughs of games, as well as any strategies, tips. You can go ahead and set up a fully polished walkthrough on the website as you choose, uh, embedding images, YouTube videos of the actual walkthroughs, things of that nature if you'd like. There are already over 1,000 of these game walkthroughs up, so it'll be exciting to see what exactly people can get compiled on there, as well as it'll be interesting to see if Valve bothers policing any of these things at all for copyright issues if they come up. Um, Accuracy issues. Is it going to be a Wikipedia type thing where you can just put up a whole bunch of cool things that lead players completely and totally astray? So it'll be interesting to see how the policing goes, whether it's through the community or through Valve, anything of that nature. But it could have interesting ramifications for sites like IGN, and other walkthrough hosting sites. So we'll kind of see how all those play together. If people are going to basically post that content over, dream up their own new stuff, and what this will mean for the largely indie set of developers that are putting games out that don't necessarily have good player walkthroughs or really any type of a game guide. Representative Diane Franklin of Missouri recently proposed a bill to the Missouri State House that would involve a 1% sales tax hike in all video games receiving a teen rating or above. A little bit of a flawed point on that side, but we'll get to that in a second. The additional revenue raised would only be used for the treatment of mental health conditions associated with exposure to violent video games. Now, it should also be noted that games that receive that teen and above rating, as I said just a second ago, don't have to be violent in content. It can be a whole number of things. Uh, Just Dance is a series that receives a teen or higher rating. Guitar Hero, another series that receives a teen or higher rating. Uh, Not too much violent content on those unless you're planning on picking up your jiu-jitsu moves from Just Dance or whatever. So it's I don't like seeing all this stuff come out in the timing that it comes out. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Basically, it seems to me that it's just a poorly crafted, agenda-based kind of legislation. It really kind of feeds on the emotion of the day. And I understand that's how some people see you have to get things done. I prefer to appeal to people's minds and not their senses. Not that that'll really get you anywhere most days anyway. The major downfall to this bill, however, is that it will most likely be just found as unconstitutional, as it does kind of target that realm of speech, something people are still very protective of in this country. Oklahoma abandoned a similar bill this last February after receiving a failing vote in subcommittee. So we're going to see a lot of this stuff come up over the next couple of months in particular. I know that the president has recently released a whole bunch of research grant money into gun bans and things of that nature, and one facet of that is studying violent media. How about you just don't give your kids games that are unsuitably rated for them? Or, do whatever you want. And the last little blurb for the day, Dell is looking to talk with 4 private equity firms right now regarding launching into private ownership, a state they have not been in for a considerable amount of time. The big reason for this is that they have had pretty industry standard and yet remarkably low sales of their hardware products. They were really hoping that the Windows 8 push, which didn't really end up being a push at all, would be something that would be a benefit to them on their hardware sales side. But every time a publicly traded company goes through this kind of a thing, they get a lot of flack from their shareholders. Obviously, everybody's in it to make money. Dell's in it to make money. I, as an investor in Dell, would be in it to make money. But one of the big problems with that is the accountability that they have to their shareholders. They may be forced to push directions that they don't necessarily want to push into products they don't necessarily want to try and work with, just in order to keep everybody happy on that side. So a big benefit to them actually going back into a privately traded outfit would be a little more singular focus and direction. They could pick something and say, this is where we need to spend our research dollars, this is where we need to spend our development dollars, and at the end of the day, if this doesn't work, we only have ourselves to blame, we only have ourselves to be financially accountable to. So we'll see where that ends up going. Dell is currently valued at $19 billion and still holds a fairly decent market share as far as home PC sales go. But again, on the whole, that market is severely down in the last couple of years, especially as tablets and more mobile devices have taken a much stronger foothold than they used to have. It's just not as advantageous to purchase a home PC and sit around and use it all day as it is to be able to spend those dollars of yours out and on the go. So that's all I've got for this week, guys. Take care and enjoy the rest of your January.